just been getting disrespected, straight up, like scammed. Those streamers, like Adin's always kind of like his personality has always been the.
It's kind of like, I mean, to be quite frank, like a bitch boy. So I know we've talked about the whole YouTube process, right? Whether it's like how to blow up kind of, or like how we're doing our YouTube thing, like trying to gain followers, gain subscribers, right? Honestly, just gain an audience, like you guys watching us. And in that, you know, you touch on different various like strategic methods, whether it's like click the title thumbnail, right? We've understood that that's like most important, right? Then you want to have good quality content. And we've been getting a bunch of you guys that are commenting down below and like telling us how do we improve it. And so first off, I want to thank you for giving us those comments.
The constructive ones.
Yeah, I know Parker gets a few other comments as well.
Hey, don't act like you're all perfectly fine with it. You get some hate too,
we definitely
right?
do, but it's all constructive, right? And we're trying
It's not all constructive. The good ones, the constructive ones are like, hey, I see y'all trying, like, I like the pod, but you should try to fix this and that. The other ones are like, get that fat ass out of the chair. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What'd I do to you?
The worst is if they're not subscribed. That's just bad. You know, you gotta, if you're gonna give us a mean comment, at least hit that subscribe button. But in all of this, right, like really and truly, we're just trying to build ourselves to be better, be more authentic, right, be real on camera, so we can help connect with you guys more and just, you know, be like create this to where it's something where we can do and continue to give you guys more valuable content. But in that, there's a little bit of a delay from the stuff that we provide to when it's released. Opposite of that would be streaming, right? Streaming comes where if we were uploading this directly, we had like chat, which maybe we could do. Like maybe when we move to Austin, we could set up like a whole chat and just stream our podcast.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, it could be something so we can have like more interaction with the guys that are watching us. But in all of this, streamers have come to be more popular nowadays.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think like one of the like we tend to get recommended, you know, you look at the algorithm with like Full Send, with the Fresh and Fit guys, like we're around that kind of same audience. And we're also around like that streamer community, right? Where you have like, I mean, you have Adin Ross, you have Kai Cenat, you got, heck, even like the guys on, I mean, Adin, I know they're all on other platforms, but like Sneeko, those kind of guys. But you were telling me that Adin Ross, I guess, has been getting in some, was it controversy or trouble or?
Not even, he's just been getting disrespected, straight up, like scammed.
Really?
So those streamers, like, Adin's always kind of like his personality has always been the. He's kind of
like, I mean, to be quite frank, like a bitch boy.
Yeah,
right?
no, exactly. Yeah, and he's kind of like getting away from it, but
is
like he originally started with like all the like the gay jokes, like like the sus
like
jokes,
the
like
sus.
saying like gay stuff to his friends or whatever. And then he still does that every now and then. It's mainly when he's around people who give reactions when he does it. Like if it's a new rapper that's never around that kind of stuff, he'll say something sus to him to get a reaction. But even like when he was like with Andrew Tate, like he was just like completely like submissive to him, like completely like, oh yes, dad, like whatever. Like so, I think he already has that general like. Even me, if I went and hung out with him, like say if I hung out with him compared to Kyle from Nelk.
Yeah.
Like I hung out with Kyle from Nelk, I'd be like, not like nervous, but like kind of like make sure I give a good impression.
Yeah.
If I went and hung out with Adin, I feel like I could just be myself and do whatever, which is good and bad on him. Like he's like makes people feel welcome, but also he has no like respect to himself. I feel like I feel like there's nothing he could do to make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think these other guys understand that because. So 21 Savage went on there. Well, first, okay, so 21 Savage went on Kai Cenat's stream.
Okay.
And I was just seeing clips of all this stuff, but like they like got along good. Like they were sitting there laughing, like playing games, and like it was like pretty funny. And
is Kai just on Kick now?
Is he on Kick?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know. I thought he was still on Twitch, but I could be completely wrong. Right? Yeah, Adin's like an owner of Kick now. Okay. Like when pretty sure like when they were trying to recruit him, he made a deal with them because he's trying to get all these other streamers over. He's like a partial owner now. Okay. But he was on a stream with Kai, and they're like playing games and like listening to music, whatever. And like even I was like, damn, 21 Savage was like pretty like funny or whatever. Like he seemed pretty cool in the stream. So everyone's like, damn, I didn't know 21 Savage was like chill like that or whatever. And so then Adin has him on, and they're kind of doing the same thing, just like kind of talking. But you can tell like 21 Savage was a lot less energetic, and I'm sure partially, I don't want to say that, but like with like the racing, I'm sure like being around Kai and them, like they have like the same energy. Like he's used to being around people like that, so it's easier to get along. Like I'm sure 21 Savage doesn't hang out with a ton of white dudes, especially guys like Adin Ross, like guys who make the sus jokes and do stuff like that. Yeah. So he's probably already like not in a bad mood, but just like not feeling it. And they started playing like card games and stuff, and they were doing like big wagers, like $250,000 wagers. And I don't know what card game they were playing, but I saw the clip they were playing, and Aiden's like, no, they're not, Chad. They're not marked. They're not marked. And so I was like, what are you talking about? And he starts looking at them, and he's like, no way. And Adin like notices there's something I couldn't see the marking, but
is this why he's like 21's right there?
Yeah. 21 Savage was like on, like they were both sitting there, like they're still playing. I think they were playing like a second game or something. And Aiden's like, these cards are marked, bro. He's like, what? And 21's like, and like, I guess like had to be pretty obvious for you to see it, because most people in that situation, if they were the scammer, they'd probably be like, what? I don't see any, like, what are you talking about? But like he's like, what is that, dude? He's like, they are marked. Like he like automatically started going with it. And 21's like, he's like, nah, bro. He's like, who got these cards? 21 brought the cards, like they were his cards. But 21's like, who bought these cards? Like from his team asking. Yeah. And Adin, like you can tell he was like trying to avoid like controversy. He's like, nah, man, it's cool, whatever. Like it's all good, whatever. And he had already paid him the $250 because in the clip, 21's like, he's like, nah, man, I'm gonna get you it back. Like don't even stress about it. And Aiden's like, he's like, nah, it's cool, man, it's whatever. Because also, like Aiden's out $250, but also he's probably also thinking about the content, like the video, like
exactly.
So he's like, nah, it's cool, whatever. And as soon as that happened, like 21's like getting ready to leave. He's like, no, man, we're gonna figure it out. Don't worry about it. Like hit me up with your wire information. I'm gonna pay you. And Aiden's like, all right, man, it's cool, whatever. And he leaves.
And he just leaves.
Yeah, he left. And then I don't know like how long he had been there, if like he was already planning on leaving, but all the chat was like pissed. Yeah. And so he was out $250,000. And then a few days later, Adin posted a clip, and he was like, everyone that's mad at 21, don't worry. Like we talked. He wired me the money back. Like we're chill. Like he's sorry and all this stuff. And like he still says it was his team. Somebody else that did it. And everyone's like, he's not sorry. He's sorry he got caught. Like if he had $250,000, nobody heard about it, he'd be laughing with all his friends, making fun of you. Yeah. And so that happened, which already made him look like everyone's like, oh, everyone's just scamming Adin Ross. And so then he wanted to get his Playboy Cardi on. And I don't listen to Playboy Cardi. I don't really keep up with him. But supposedly he's like super like anonymous. Like he doesn't want people knowing like where he like who he like his family, like what he looks like. He always like has a mask on. Like he's never done like any interviews.
Which I mean, for me, I would probably be that same way.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want like, I mean, you see a lot of that stuff where you.
But he does it in a cringy way though. Like if you like, I don't know. He does it in a weird like. If you saw how he dressed immediately, you wouldn't want to say anything about you being like him. Like he wears like saggy pants with like almost like a thong on. Like you see like straps coming up like on his sides. Like wears like weird stuff and like just weird guy. Like he almost acts like he's like anime character. Like how he like tries to be all like anonymous and like free like weird, but.
Interesting.
So it was like a big deal for Adin Ross getting him on the stream because he hasn't done any interviews in a long time, and everyone's making a big deal about it. Well, Kick had done like a deal with him where they gave him like $2 million, like a Ferrari, like multiple cars, all this other stuff. Like flew him out, was going to fly him back on Aiden's private jet, all this stuff. Well, I guess Playboy Cardi shows up and he like walks in and he's like sitting there on stream. I saw like a clip of him. He's just freaking like weird. Like he just has his mask on. He's like whispering to the mic. He's like, what's up, guys? Playboy Cardi, whatever. He's like being like trying to be all mysterious and just weird. Huh. And so Adin, I think he gave him like half the money. So like $1 million or like.
I mean, was it even him? How would you know it was him or not?
That's what Adin. A lot of people in the chat were saying like they thought Adin was in on it. It wasn't him. Like Adin was scamming him. Adin's like, guys, I swear to you, like I talked to him outside. It's him. Like he don't want to be seen on camera, whatever. But anyway, so like. they give him like half the money, and he's there for 6 minutes, and he just dips, just leaves. And Adin's Aiden like left the stream because he was out there like talking with he was with his manager and talking to Playboy Card and his manager.
Yeah.
And they're like, I guess suppose like they got some of the money back. Like Aiden's manager was like, well, because first Adin was like, just let him go, it's whatever. Like just bitching out again.
Yeah.
And his manager, he's like, no, dude, like you gotta stand up for it. Like he's not taking that money. Like tell him. I'm pretty sure he still ended up leaving with like 50 grand, but they didn't take all of it. Gave him some back. He left.
50 grand versus $1 million is a big number.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. But still, 50 grand for 6 minutes, same thing. And so he leaves, and then everyone in the chat's like Playboy Cardi just got like everyone's pissed at him now. Like, oh, he's so cringy, all this stuff. Well, I guess all these Adin Ross fans, he has millions of people out there. They start basically doxing Playboy, which means like finding his address, putting out online. Right. They're like, oh, you want to scam Adin? Well, guess what? Now all your information's leaked. Like, you want to be anonymous? Now, like they put like his family members' names. Like it was bad. Like not even like fair. Yeah. But still, like they just screwed him, which I thought was fucking hilarious because I was like, look at like he was so cringy, like trying to be all mysterious, and now all of his stuff's out there because he tried doing that.
They're like, here's his face.
Yeah. And so I think I saw, but I hear like Adin, like he has so much money. He honestly does have so much power over like kick and all this stuff, and I feel like it's just his mindset. Like if he just, I feel like when he has those rappers on, he like sees like, oh, I'm finally having Playboy Cardi on, where he should think of it like Playboy Cardi's about to get all this exposure for my stream. Like he needs to give me something too.
But I mean, first off, how old is Adin? Isn't he our age?
He's probably early 20s.
Yeah, early 20s or so. I mean, it's also like that's how he blew up, right? Yeah. Was being that way. And it's kind of like his character where, I mean, you could like instantly change. Like there are people like what we would need to do is just go on like a sabbatical and just for a whole year be completely off and then just go live his life. I mean, he's got enough money. It's not like he needs any more. Like just go live his life and change it to where then he can come back and then online presence be completely different. Because you can do that. Like there are a lot of people who have done that and I mean, just change their persona, but you have to like actually take off years in order to come back and do stuff like that.
I feel like parts because I thought you were going to stick with like, he should stay like that because that's how he blew up. But I think like he acted like that because when he used to act like that, like fanboy over anybody, I think he started playing 2K and then he had played with like Bronny in them. And like, he was like freaking out about Bronny being on the mic with him. But now that he has money like that, like he has more money than the rappers that are coming on his thing. Yeah. So they're like taking money from him. So like they're using him for money. So he's like he's the A side. Yeah. But he's acting like the B side, and it screws him over because he ends up getting scammed by everybody and no one respects him.
I mean, what I think is, I mean, that goes to like beg the question, because I know we've talked about it before with like gambling and stuff. Like I won't gamble with anybody other than my friends. Yeah. Right? Like people who I'm close with, like just to make the football game interesting or something. Yeah. Like that's what I was thinking. Just like that sort of stuff. And promoting that gambling, because that's where he makes most of his money, right? Just from those online like stake or something, right?
I think honestly, I haven't seen him doing that stuff recently. I'm pretty sure he like lost a ton of money and like he kind of stopped, like slowed down. I could be wrong, but
yeah, no, I think that was one of our podcasts before we talked about that. But I mean, when you're like, that is an addiction that most people don't like really look into much. Those addictions that are very common are probably one of the scariest ones that you can get.
Not even common, but it's ones that aren't drugs.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you're addicted to heroin, like that's bad.
Yeah,
people know like that's bad. But when you're addicted to sports gambling
or porn or anything like that's not drugs.
Yeah, that's like, not. Yeah, then you're like, or food. Yeah, right. It's just like you're like, I mean, it's not addiction. Like I could quit this if I wanted to, which is exactly what what people, the addicts say. But it's just when you do this over and over, and for gambling specifically, you do it over and over, inevitably you're going to lose in the end. Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, has that led over into his business now to where he's like gambling with his business money where he's like, I'm gonna bring on these rappers, I'm gonna bring these people on, and hopefully they do something, and if they don't, then I just lost money.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, it necessarily isn't it's Kick's money. It was, I don't remember the dude's name. It's like Eddie or something. Mm-hmm. He's got, like, actually owns Kick that, like, brought Adin on. It was his money that he lost. It. He really didn't lose anything except for just self-dignity and respect. But, like, recently he's been, like, saying after that happened, he's like, nah, guys, like, he's like, I want you to hear me out. Like, today is the day. I'm changed. I'm different. Like, I'm not sucking off these rappers anymore, which I believe, because getting scammed twice like that in a week, I'm sure it changes your mindset a little bit. Like,
yeah,
like very obviously and clearly he saw those two guys don't respect him a bit.
Really?
And, like, to me, I know that would piss me off to where I'm like, okay, pal. Like,
I don't know. He just seems like a little different. Like, he's okay when people don't respect him.
See, I thought so too, but like seeing clips of him now, he was genuinely pissed.
Right.
Like, he looked mad whenever it happened. Right. And he was like, because mainly, I don't think he cared about the money or like the respect thing, but he cared that he had been hyping up the stream for Cardi to be on. Yeah, and then he came on for 6 minutes, didn't even show his face, and then said 2 words and left.
Yeah.
Like, he was more mad about that. But I definitely do think it's like a turning point for him. I think he's going to be more like realize how much power and money he has. And
I'd be interested to see Adin when he's 50.
Yeah, I know.
You know, what's going to happen to these? Is it going to be like Justin Bieber kind of stuff where, you know, these teen stars who get all this money, get all this fame, like they just end up dying on drugs and have no family or whatever, you know?
You think Justin Bieber died on drugs?
No, but I mean, a lot of those people do.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like a FaZe Banks situation.
You think?
I feel like most of these guys will.
Oh, man, that's the best way they can end up is if it's something like that. But I don't know. It would be interesting to see all this stuff play out. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may start streaming this. I think that'd be cool if we get you guys up, have chat over here, and just be reading off, you know, whatever.
We've never had to, like, I feel like we've never said something where, like, oh, we can't post that, and like go back. We've never said anything. So I mean, it's not like we have anything to worry about. A lot of people are like, dude, I couldn't like stream you so hard because you might slip up and say something. I'm like, you don't slip up and say something unless you say it every day. Like, it's like in your vocabulary.
And we're just like genuine with all of our stuff. Like, we've never said, okay, actually, we need to cut that. Like, no, this is our raw shit. Like, we're here with you guys. And so if you appreciate that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're here every Monday and Friday. We'll continue to be, and may start streaming. So stay tuned for that. We appreciate you watching, joining, viewing. Catch you in the next one. Peace.